We welcome everybody to the Garden State. EA Sports coverage of the NFL finds us at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here, as it'll be the New York Jets and their inner-city rivals, the New York Giants. It's the battle for New York, or New Jersey for that matter. The Giants and Jets are underway. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line. Now the Georgia Southern man, it's Matt Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Throwing Jones. Got his man, it's Bo Melton. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. Now Jones. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive, INT. The Giants sitting at 5-2 on the year. And they come in on a good run. Winners of 5 of their last 7.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
A little bit of finger pointing and heavy discussion going on in the defensive backfield. It's man coverage, but they leave a guy wide open. They've got to be counting their lucky stars if this ball was overthrown.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the left sideline. And the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jalen Hyatt, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Giants get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point try good by Gano. And it's now a 7-0 game. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Rodgers and the Jets now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Oh, did the Jets miss this guy? Here's Breece Hall. Well, he gave one defender the slip, but others waiting in the wings and dropping him behind the line. You talk about this Giant defense. Well, they were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and trying to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, do you now decide that I can't throw the ball against this team and try and run it like crazy? Or do you challenge them? This is going to be fun.
He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. And, CD, you look at this defense, what kind of pressure are they under trying to stop a team that has won 5 games in a row?
Well, to me, it makes their job harder because you know you're going up against an offense that's playing at an elite level, and sometimes you can get too caught up in trying to play the perfect game. You're trying to be too precise, too fine, instead of just letting it rip. And I think that's more the priority than trying to be absolutely perfect.
And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Rodgers looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
2nd and 10. Throwing now is Rodgers. This ball tipped, and it's going to be incomplete. Fortunate maybe to get that back. It's 3rd down. And here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down. And again, it's Rodgers. A short throw to Conklin, the tight end. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Rodgers going to go on 4th down. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. And the Giants are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 40-yard line.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. They'll start at the 40, so great starting field position following the interception. He's going to look deep down the field, and he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Jalen Hyatt, his intended receiver, and it's 2nd down. You talk about this Jets defense. Yeah, they come in a top 10 unit against the pass, currently 8th in the NFL.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. 4th down. Jones and the offense stayed put. They're going for this. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So they take a big chance here in their own territory. And you think the coach may have some questions to answer?
Yeah, and, you know, normally we focus on the media, right? The social media barrage that he's going to get for this one. How about on his own sideline and in his locker room? Because I think the team's going to look at him like, Coach, why would we go for it there? I mean, no confidence in the defense. You don't like the punter. I mean, what's going on here? You owe us some explanations.
Well, this defense for the Giants very strong in that victory a week ago.
And I'm eager to see the game plan and try to attack them this week, because when you take it away 4 times through interceptions, what do you do now when you go into a game? Do you decide you can't throw the ball? Do you try and run it more? Or do you tell your quarterback, make sure you see your guys open before you deliver?
Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Deontay Banks there on the stop.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now 2nd and 5. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This pass out wide to Hall. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 4th down gamble that last drive that backfired, CD, but really not as badly as it could. Their defense held up and only gave up 3 points.
And what they want to do is play off the momentum the defense gave them. Only giving up the 3 points in that situation after they failed on 4th down. Now they want to make it pay off. They want to pay homage to the defense and have their own drive pay off in points for themselves.
From the 21, here's 2nd and 5. Operating from the gun, Jones. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and the return stops at the 39-yard line. So a first interception thrown for him there, and that really not the best decision either.
Not at all, and that's something he did not do in their victory last week. No interceptions in that game, but this defense, they're able to take advantage of an early mistake. Now let's see if they're going to turn it into points.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Now a late signing let go by Minnesota in June. It's Dalvin Cook. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6. They run it again with Cook. And a short gain down to about the 33.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Well, they were handed great starting field position on this drive, but now they face a 3rd and 4. Now Rodgers. Swinging this out wide here for Cook. 2 yards on the pickup there. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
From here, this would have been a 48-yarder, but no, they're going to go for it. Now Rodgers. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Jets try it, but the 4th down play doesn't work. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive. In particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ballgame.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
He's got daylight, and he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a 1st. A run between the tackles with Breida. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. Touchdown! Jalen Hyatt. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Gano the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this Battle of New York. And you figure this should be a healthy, arrested, a focused unit. And they're working on a good winning streak. They had the week off last week. This is really a team, Charles, that should be in top 4.
I would agree absolutely with that. What coaches worry about, what organizations worry about, though, is overconfidence. They've been playing so well, and now they've had that extra time off. And we've seen teams come back off the open week and come out flat. So what a lot of good coaches do is they kind of game plan for that with their teams. On defense, they may blitz more in the beginning to get them going. On offense, they may go more up-tempo. Anything to get them out of that lethargy right at the beginning.
They'll run it. Here's Cook. And he'll have a Jets 1st down as he'll get this up to about the 42.
Well, they're currently the best in the NFL in converting on 3rd down, so it was no surprise there that they picked that one up.
And they've done it in many different ways throughout the season, Charles. Picking it up, running it, throwing it, just effective on 3rd downs all year long. They run again on 1st down. Cook. And he's across the 45. It'll be 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Again, it's Cook. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Give him 15 yards on that one, and the Jets move the chains. We often give credit to the O-line there. Two tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. What we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
Rodgers to throw on 2nd down. That's to Cook out of the backfield. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. But linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And on 3rd and 5, this will be the 8th play of the drive. Throwing is Rodgers. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 13-yard line. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles, rolling in the 2nd quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Rodgers now to throw. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll make it 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Taken in left side, it's Wilson. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Jets going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. They'll run with Hall. And he stopped immediately there. Rodgers in control as he hurries his guys to the line. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. One more time with Hall. And this time he is in. Breece Hall with his 6th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Jets get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And he's got it. That cuts the lead. It's now 14-10.
Giants 14, Jets 10.
Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Escaping the pressure right. And he's going to be taken down. Sacked back at the 2. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Jets offense ready to go in this battle in New York. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A 10th carry in the game for Cook. And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Third down, Dalvin Cook. And Cook was fighting for it, but I don't think he got there. That'll bring up 4th. They had the 80-yard gain on first down, but unable to do much from there.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go counter with Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun. Jones flushed out right. It's just a gain of a couple there on the scramble, and now it's 3rd down. And they're going to speed things up here. Jones now to throw on 3rd down, eluding the pressure right. Oh, and that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
Well, the offense failed earlier on the previous crack at this, but they're going again on 4th down. Operating from the gun, Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Jets are going to get the football back. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Here's 2nd and 10.
At the 32-yard line.
Rodgers going to throw. The connection here with Nelson Aguilar. This now a 3rd and 4. Here's Rodgers to throw. That is caught. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. He got 29 yards that time.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking to throw to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the 1st down and then some.
first down. Here's the run with Cook. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Now Rodgers throwing on second down. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
This is certainly a team that has proven it likes to target its backs through the air, and defensively, they were aware of that and certainly were prepared on that throw.
Here's Rodgers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
And he missed it. It's no good. And that will keep this a 4-point game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
The other New York offense getting ready for their next drive.
A kind of a lucky break on the prior drive, Charles. The turnover on downs that the offense had didn't come back to bite them after the other side. Their defense came through, was able to hold them without any points.
I would agree with you, partner. A little bit of a lucky break indeed, but you know what they'd say to us? No luck, just pure skill. We rose to the challenge, and we didn't permit a score. That's how we roll.
Well, I'm kind of curious, Charles, if they might temper their aggressiveness now offensively if they get in that fourth down spot again.
Yeah, one would think so, but maybe because they held it, they might go for it again.
And now they're in the hurry-up. Throwing Jones. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now Jones. And the Jets pressure too much as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Here's Jones throwing on third and long. And that is incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. One incompletion, two incompletion. They're going for more.
And how about this? Fourth and long, and they're going to go for it. They're going to try and throw. Hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. A surprising move to go for it, and predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off, and that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in second and long yardage.
After the loss to start out, here's second and 11. From midfield, here's Rodgers. Open man here is Conklin. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
Now Rodgers going to shift him around.
Rodgers now on first down. And Rodgers is going to go down. He's sacked. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. Second and 24. To throw is Rodgers. Under pressure, they got him again. As he He's the culprit, and that is now his 13th sack of the season as his great year continues. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. The Jets on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now it's Rodgers. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
I'll tell you what, partner, after he ices down, there's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. Rodgers on the return. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that,
yeah,
right?
He said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
The Giants' offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. And quickly, they get to the line. Jones, off play action. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to convert, albeit not by much, on 3rd and a yard. Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Meanwhile, Jones' throw brought in by Bellinger. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry-up. Off the play fake. Jones. Got a man, Slayton. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Running out of the gun here, Breida. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. They're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down. Oh, no, he lost the football. And it looks like one of the DBs has it. Well, they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and they're going to have a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. Nice 3rd down conversion and even 20 yards.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Another tote for the workhorse this afternoon. It's Cook. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From just across the midfield stripe, here's a 2nd and 7.
Now a give running right, it's Cook. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41.
59 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Following the good run by Cook, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff as they run left side. And he'll take this one down to about the 40.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll come up now, 2nd and 9. This pass complete. He finds Jeremy Ruckert. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. Well, the crowd here at MetLife Stadium in full roar. 3rd down. 3rd down. Here's a run by Cook. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the 1st down. Close it out.
And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26.
Add that one to the good run tally right there. He's been strong throughout this game, and there's no reason to suggest he's going to slow down in the 4th quarter at all. And that's exactly what they need him to do. Keep churning out 1st downs.
And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside, and finished off the runner for a loss.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long.
Back to throw. Rodgers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. The Jets are going to use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And they stop him short of the 1st as he can only get to the 20.
Gotta have this one. Oh, and that's going to sabotage their comeback plans. It is intercepted. And the Giants have just about sewn up this football game.
The Giants take over 1st and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
Down to a knee here. The defense still with a couple of timeouts. We'll see if they want to use them.
Well, this is one of those games where if you win it, it feels extra special. But to lose a close one like this, Charles, remember where they didn't score any points in the 2nd half. That has to sting a bit more.
Absolutely, and I really think that they're going to spend so much time pouring over this game film, trying to figure out where their calls went wrong, how they didn't execute on certain plays. They were so close, Yeah, this one's going to linger for a little while as they try and diagnose this loss.
So for the Jets,
They run their mark to 6-2 on the year.
and they will hit the road next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they drop just their second game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles